What's up guys, and welcome back for another EVE Online video. It's the Minmatar Liberation Games event at the moment. This is the first day and I'm having a crack at some of the combat sites in high-sec. So we're about to go and try the Mahti Jailbreak reenactment. There's a lot of lore behind this, so you should read into it, but I'm not going to go into it here. There are vessel restrictions, so basically the biggest vessel you can be in is a T1 or Empire Navy cruiser. You can't be in a faction cruiser like a Gila. So I went and invested in a Stabber fleet issue. The fit I will link in the comments. I'm not going to go through it now because you can just go and check the fit out later. But it's not a low skill point. I've got Tech 2 guns. I've got a Thucker, Republic Fleet Cat battery, so it's not cheap. It's not low skill point. I just wanted to have a go at this, and you know, reasonable DPS and things, stable tank. Worth mentioning that because of this event, Stabber Fleet issues are almost sold out across the universe. I went to Jita to go and buy this, and there were 2 available for sale on the market, and that's in Jita. 50 had sold today already, and so those 2 that were available were 4 times the price they should have been. So I jump cloned into a Mar where there were still a few for sale at an okay price, like 120-ish million, but they normally sell for 80, so just worth bearing in mind. You can run these sites in not the fleet issues. You can do it in a Stabber or a Rupture or something, or Tech 2 frigates are allowed, but they are designed to be run by Minmatar ships, so that's just worth recognising. There's the list of allowed things, and when you warp in, you warp directly into just a combat site with stuff available to kill, so just get straight to it. You want to deal explosive damage largely. If I just have a quick look, let's look at the show info on the cruiser. They're armor tanked with a hole in the explosive damage. So I'm running hail for the up close. When we're up close to things, I've got the Tech 2 hail damage, and you can see it rips through them pretty quickly. I'll be honest, the sites are slightly harder than I thought they were going to be, considering I'm in what I consider to be relatively well fit fleet issue ship, so one of the better ships you can take on the sites in. So I am a little surprised. But that's a good thing, you know, it should be a challenge. I've only run one of these so far. The loot is difficult to gauge whether it's going to be worth it or not, because you get special Liberation Games tokens that you can see here that you trade in an NPC station. They currently don't have a price, so it's difficult to work out whether it's good value or not. The incoming DPS isn't to be sniffed at. The towers you can take out really easily, but they do quite a bit of damage. All the ships do EM, thermal and EM damage, so you want to make sure you tanked for that. But again, that's where the Minmatar ships come in. EM and thermal. Well, I've just got a reactive and a multispectrum running, so that's where the tank is. In this first room, you don't have to bother with the towers. You can just warp off when the gate activates. I'm going to reload whilst warping. There are 3 rooms. No point. There's no loot in any of the in the first 2 rooms, because they are both. They're all drones technically, so that's just worth bearing in mind. This incoming DPS is a little bit higher to start with, so let's start taking some of these out. Yeah, they're all technically drones, so it's only the boss drone that drops any loot. So don't bother with anything as you're going through. I'm heading towards the stasis tower because I want to take that out. Let's get through that. I'm running my optimal range stripped because I'm using the hail ammo, so the optimal range on hail is horrific. What do we got at the moment? With the script running, my optimal range is 1,000 meters. Um, but you know, if you're having trouble applying, that's what I've got the web for. But if you're having trouble applying damage to the frigates, you can always go for tracking script or something instead. The two that you can see up there, the Inquisitor reenactment drones, are pretty annoying because they stay at 12k. So for this fit, that's not great. Obviously, that's outside of web range, and also you have to swap to barrage for the most part. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Technically, it's on the edge of the full off range for the hail, but yeah. Why did I just earn some cash? They don't have bounty, so I don't know where that cash just came from. Right, swap to barrage. Interesting. They don't appear to have bounty on them. Ah, it's the towers. Okay, so the towers have bounty. Didn't mean to do that. Hopefully we can ignore the towers again here. Let's have a quick go with the 25k, so we should be able to get through these guys alright. And so we can get through relatively quickly because once we're through this, we're into the third and final room. There's one wave in that room, and then the boss spawns. So you can see you can do it quite quickly. The DPS on this ship is nice and high, as I said. It's not so high with barrage. We've got 319, but with hail we're in the high 500s. You can see I've already lost a drone. They do go after your drones a little bit, but that's not a huge issue for something like this ship because you don't really use the drones. I just now take them out when I'm fighting the boss. And yeah, basically this is just to give you a quick indication of what the site's like, what you can expect to come across. Let's see if it'll let us through. It will. That's nice. So you don't have to bother with the tower sentries again. Although if you want the 100,000 bounty, obviously go for it. They're pretty squishy, so they die nice and fast. We're through there. Oh, worth mentioning that the sites only spawn in Minmatar space. Possibly, with the exception of the Great Wildlands, possibly even Minmatar High Sec. So just that's worth bearing in mind when you want to find these sites. Again, this last wave, because of the tower sentries, has got pretty reasonable DPS. You just want to watch that. I am going to take out the stasis tower again, and I am going to take out the tower sentries because I don't want to fight them when I'm fighting the boss, basically. That's my thinking there. Should really wait till I apply my web, but that's okay. There is nuke pressure. There's quite a lot of E-War you can see coming in, so the Punishers do nuke you. This is where the Cat battery comes in pretty handy. The Inquisitors, what are the Inquisitors? Oh, the Inquisitors do guidance and tracking disruptance just to mess your weapons up. Of course, I want to swap back to hail for this. I should have done that on my way in, because they're all at close range except for that one Inquisitor. So that was a mistake. Nuke pressure is starting to hit. There's 3 more Punishers so I still need to take out, but you can see how quickly the towers go down, right? And this is way out of optimal range, and they just melt. So let's quick pulse of my afterburner to get over here, and then we're going to start taking out the Punishers because I need my cap. Alright, quickly take you out. I'm just going to stop that running just for a second now that the towers are gone. That should make us nice and stable, of course, because that's the armor rep is a big sink. And quickly. So you can see the site is going nice and fast, and even the boss Doesn't take too long. Again, you just got to get up close to him and be in your optimal range, get the web involved, and you win that fight nice and easily. So again, you'll see that in just a second. I think I'm going to have to swap ammo, which will be a little bit annoying, because they fly away faster than you can get to them. Normally, at least they did in the last site. They were nice and they were quite fast. Is he running at 72 or 720? Difficult to say. But there you go. Like I'm running at 600 and can't get anywhere near him. So swap the ammo. There is a bunch of lore that happens through all here. So if you want to read that as you go along, it's pretty cool. And if you're into the lore, check stuff out online. They are, this is all ancient battle reenactments. Hence why it's all called reenactment drones and stuff. Just another slight thing, you get increased warp speed in these systems, which is just nice. Any system where these sites are, and that basically is all of Minmatar space. Right, so now I want to burn into the prophecy. He also comes into me, so it makes it quite nice and easy. Ammo's gone back to hail. Keep everything running because he does do pretty big damage, and once we're in sort of range, start running that. Once you've got the web applied on him, his speed goes really low. And so, he starts trying to run away now, even though your webbed is still nice and fast. Once you're in close, turn off the prop to save capacitor, and just start wailing on each other, and basically see who wins. And it should be you. Like, once you're in close, you see your damage is pretty big. And his, whilst it isn't insignificant, and he's got nuke pressure and stuff on you, it's not enough to get through your armor rep. You can see thermal and EM from this guy, and let's have a quick look. He's got pretty good tank in his armor, but again his lowest is explosive, and that's where hail is so good, because you can see here I've got 183 kinetic and 671 explosive. So targets the two holes. And we'll be through this guy in no time, and he's the last ship. This is the boss. Just as a other slight thing, I'm running a skin at the moment. You can't really see them on the Stabber fleet issues, but this is the Luminaire Zenith. It's not my favourite skin mostly because of the hull, but yeah. And that is site done. Let's see what we got in this one. So some more coins that we don't know the value of, and a booster. So that's lovely. All right, so that's the jail in a nutshell. You want to make sure you're completing these as you go along. So once you've done the first few in the combats, you've only got the repeatables to beat the boss. But I'm running these because I want the skins, but also the boosters will be quite powerful, I reckon. What have we got at the top end here? 10% optimal and fall off range for 2 hours with a maximum velocity bonus as well. So that's going to be pretty nice for some PvP, I would guess. And damage booster, 5% to missiles and 1.05 to turret, 5% to turrets. So the boosters are worth getting. But I'm in it for the skins, as you'll know if you've seen any of my channel before. Alright, so short and sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.